Oh my gracious ass bobacious. All right, Bitcoin on an absolute goodness gracious. My law. I don't know what, dude. This is the biggest Bitcoin rally I've seen and like any bear market. Again, I've only been in since 2020, but like, dude, that's a beast of a 2 week candle, man. Let's get some of this off the board right here. Let me just go look at, you guys don't need to see how I look at things. Just look at these moving averages, these week moving averages, these 200 week, 100 week, and 50 week. It's coming up to test that. Coming off the 200. None of that's important, bro. This candle right here is 25% in a bear market. Forget the news, y'all. Don't worry about the news. Here's a 25 percenter. Here's a 25 percenter. 26 percenter. Coming out of a bear market. Technically, if you follow the calendar, we're early. We should be closer to October for a bear market bottom. However, this is a different marketplace, right? We know that big fish and institutions were here with the Wyckoff pattern in 2021, that distribution. And we obviously know that institutions, sovereign wealth funds, and businesses and banks were accumulating Bitcoin. And here you can see how much accumulation happened here. It makes sense that this could very well be a bottom. We got the 200-day touch. Maybe we travel sideways. Maybe this goes super cycle. I don't know, y'all. All I know at the end of the day is this is a monster candle. It doesn't close for 9 days, however. That's a lot to say, so that's a long time to wait. I am on the 2-week chart. Look at the monthly chart. Doesn't close for 10 days. It's again a 24%. Anything like that size or more brings us out of bear market territory. So it'll be super interesting to see how August closed. We got till the end of the month. But really pretty, really interesting, just perfect touch. Move on. Obviously, it's like I'm expecting below. I'm still holding out for some of my allocation for 40, 30, but just wanted to show a live trade. You don't expect this stuff, but this is why you swing trade, right? A little bit of an 8K win. That's cool and all that. But for me, it was I will show you what I saw here. This was last Friday swing trade. Looking on the 1 hour chart. And essentially, there was just this very obvious demand zone in here. Very obvious demand zone to me. You can see it here. Sell off in, buy back up with strength, sell back in, buy back up with strength. You can't do that to me over and over and not have me be like, okay, you just established on the 4 hour, but specifically, this was a demand zone, right? This is the opening of New York. And I'm actually going to draw this a little bigger here because if we look at some 4 hour candles, look at that wick. All right, so that wick right there, all that buy up, got to get retested, got to get those orders filled. Then we continue. Then we test again on the halfway mark. Then we test again on the very top side of this, which I'm like, okay, make that really clean right there at the bottom of that candle. Boom. Bing, bong. Then again, come back in. We get a 1, 2, 3. Sweet little push. This was a boring as hell thing. Though. I wasn't in this, thank God. This was so boring. But then again, guys, we get that final test. And this is why supply and demand is so important, right? We just come back in. You could even redraw this once you got these two tests right here, or this test right here with these wicks that just poked into it. You could draw another one and just kind of say, okay, well, now it's clearly going off this candle. Boom. Look how perfect that is. You're just going off the body of this candle. Draw it across. Love to see it touch the bottom. Love to see it touch the middle. Always, of course, the top. Maybe a retest on the top, then off. But yeah, I saw that on a Friday, y'all. Saw it on a Friday right here. put my limited orders in over the weekend, got a limit order filled for the other half of my stuff. And then, yeah, by Monday, I was like, oh, we got ourselves a rally. You know, talked to the wife about it, and she's like, well, that seems like a good amount of profit. We should probably take that profit off the table. I'm like, charts haven't told me to. The charts haven't told me that this is over yet. So we're up here right now. To me, this does look like it's going to be the top area for this rally at said moment. There's a lot of confluence telling me otherwise, but at least and most importantly for me is there's some divergence. Let's get back to something I like better. There's divergence on the charts. And now that I look at it, it's actually not like major divergence. It's definitely like one, there's a hit, there's a hit. There's a hit, there's a hit. But y'all, like, it's hard to ignore that this is just a really steady uptrend and it achieved escape velocity. So you look back at some of the other things and I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So now we're touching on the 800 EMA. All right. Okay. So this is going to be more of an interesting order block for me. Okay, so it's tough. So I drew this as such because of these points of touching, then breaking through, base building, then retesting the bottom here, then retesting the bottom here, then breaking through, breaking down. So I drew the box a little bigger, and I know for a fact we're in here. And this is the tough part about that is a $3,000 swing. So I can't really add here. I prefer not to do that. And in fact, I would probably put a bulk of my orders here and then a bulk of my order and then some of my order here. My invalidation would be a close and break of a major like 4-hour candle, 12-hour candle before I was comfortable closing that. So you can see already just touching here, big sell-off already. But always a reclamation of that. So that 4-hour candle is telling us a lot. But again, man, that 80,000, I would very well see. Again, that's a psychological number. It doesn't have to happen. And people don't realize this, but this does not have to happen any type of way. This is when you start to overthink. At this very point right now, closing some of my trade, which is 100% what I'm about to do. Get this fucking thing over here. Closing a portion of my trade. Market. Boom, take it off the table, adjust the stop. It's a very generous stop right there. But this is a very, this is a hard, confusing. I mean, I'm excited for a short opportunity here. And one of the other things that tells me short is 3 daily candles, 3 massive pushes to the top. Like that has to be reclaimed at some point. However, look at this. We call that one massive, but 1, 2, 3 big candles pushes to the bottom, 4 total. So maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So like part of me wants to flip short pretty hard. While I maintain that open position. Damn, I'm thinking through a lot of things. So at the top of that, 1 hour is so overextended, it's not even funny. Let's go TDI. A lot of volume. 12-hour, peaking out. 4-hour, way peaking out. 1 hour showing some divergence, but at the bottom here, some chance to retest. 15-minute peaking out. yeah. So I did my job. I took partial profits. See what happens when it starts to dance up in here. But y'all, this is part of it. That's 1 week of a swing trade, pretty clean. That's how you do it. You know, you just take the trade, set your risk, accept your risk, and walk away. So it's not quite take the trade and walk away, but at the end of the day, when you get good at it, that is what it is. And honestly, the less I care about trading, the better I am at trading. So, TC. So yeah, these are unedited videos, y'all. I know people don't really watch a ton of these, mainly friends, but I like to document this. We have an algorithmic company called Alpha Assets. If you go to alphaalgos.ai, you'll see what's up. You can join our wait list. We trade NASDAQ futures and we're freaking good at it. We're not good at it. Our algo's good at it. But yeah, I'm all right with this. I'm all right with that right there, taking some partial profit. I think in reality, though, I don't want to see a retracement below this 200. We'll see. I want to see a retracement below. That's just too much, dude. Coming back below 70,000 or 69,000. That's no, that would be missing out on like a massive short opportunity. But I don't know what this is. And so I just got to trade what's in front of me, trade what the market gives me. And what the market is giving me is a sense that we are about to peter out. Peter out, dude. What is the source of that? What is the source of that saying? Well, Conscious Crypto, if you like me, subscribe me. Peace.